Active decisions. Be ready for the change. So let's get started with this new chapter. Today we are in the offices of SMarTsol in Ciudad Juárez. We are so excited to receive different personas, to have the opportunity to talk with them as well and learn too much. So I think today it's important for us to understand what is SMarTsol doing in Texas, in different cities, and what's better than have the expert people in that geos, I think. So Fernando, thank you very much for
Thank
your
you.
time, amigo. And Marcos,
Thank you.
in Dallas. Is that right?
That's
Yeah,
correct.
that's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
How are you guys?
Good. So yeah, we are exploring. We're expanding now with a different with a new building in Dallas.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's part of the growing of the company.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're very active in different years, but more in the US, right? I heard the other press release from SMarTsol that you started distributing Young in Mexico, but in the US, ASMPT and different other brands, right? So I like to talk more about the situation in the US because I know the industry is a little bit different than Mexico. So what if we start about, I think, NPIs, high mix, different kind of manufacturing. So the industry is different. We have different as well geopolitics trying to go against our ideas. But what is better than have your opinion, guys? What do you think, Marcos?
So I would say that for the last year, the US has been focusing on high mix or NPI,
Yeah.
but there is a trend that mega factories are starting in several places in the US.
Yes.
So the market is moving, or the environment is moving from high mix or NPI to high volume. So there is going to be a challenge. Then the US has to get up to speed as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think so. I think normally, well, years ago, I've been studying different situations in the US, the different industries that we can have in manufacturing. And the interesting thing is when you see that the part of research and development trying to create different concepts or products to go to market is involving the nearshoring part, right? But now the politics trying to bring back the manufacturing is betting for have different kind of uh, strategies, I guess. What do you think, Fernando?
So yeah, moving the manufacturing, the industry from prototyping, from small runs, high mix into a high volume, it does impact also on in the technology that you have to apply on
Correct.
them, right? So now the technology is smarter, is with more data, with planned and developed also for performance. So that's the key. That's one of the key factors that we are facing in this new stage of
Uh,
the industry.
Exactly. I think that kind of concepts is right now on trend in the US. And for example, I just spent several years working with companies from PLM, MES systems, and you understand how the smart concept, to call it like a smart manufacturing or digitation, is bringing different opportunities, trying to connect all the line and having the data to eventually make decisions or smarter decisions to go forward. So I think uh, that is one of the things most important when you go to the market and try to understand that you have to have everything connected, have the right traceability from the shop floor to the end user, and well, I think that is one of the most important concepts. What do you think, Marcos?
So the challenges or the KPIs for high mix are different than the challenges for high volume.
Yeah.
So that is something that will be taken into consideration. Metrics like OE, downtime, scrap, yield is something that we will need to
Yeah.
focus, because on the high volume, every second counts. So achieving the maximum performance is going to be key for the high volume.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, you have brands as Apple, Nvidia's, these big brands as Google, and well, they want to have everything connected. And I think the show floor, all the machinery that you have in the brands, has as well these capabilities, isn't it? The ability to connect with the cloud, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah, and as Marcos mentioned, right, the KPIs, the key points to be monitored on a high volume manufacturing environment are different, right? So now with the new and smarter systems, we can provide those type of solutions also for
Yeah.
for the new industry, right, that is sitting in US.
I think here I like to bring this topic to the table because, for example, we know majorly of the headquarters that we have for these big brands in the US have the same connectivity that they have in the hubs of manufacturing in the world, right? But here's the thing: if you can have a CFX or Hermes system or just an SCADA, right? The important thing is that you can replicate all the practices that you did in other sites or make the decision. Doesn't matter where you are. And I think this part is challenging as distributor, probably because you have to know everything, the part of software, but as well the part of hardware, how to connect everything, and how you gonna be playing with as well the end user. So, what kind of challenges, guys, you have on this? Talking about smart manufacturing, connectivity.
I could say one of the newest challenges and tools we have is AI. So we want to have integration with all the system, all the way for Hermes, CFX, ERP, MES, and we want to connect all of them together so we can get the better performance out of the tools. Industry 4.0 is going to be a key player on this,
Yes.
and this is where the factories wanna get there. I think we have most of the tools that needed to achieve the next level.
Yeah.
And the good thing about implementing artificial intelligence in the systems is we can apply it to everything, meaning from the robots applying, putting screws into some, chassis or everything, anything on the floor, but also from the KPI monitoring perspective for taking decisions. So that's a key factor, right? We do work with critical manufacturing for implementing ideas from the uh, vision, from the taking decisions right on the floor, especially when we are talking about high volume. Every decision, every minute counts when it comes to taking decisions on the floor, right, real time.
Uh, I think one of the curious points actually is that, for example, the US spends a lot of time putting everything connected, all the shop floors ready for this next gen of AI or systems, to make smarter decisions. However, the idea is that they are trying to bring back all the manufacturing, but now they are partly ready, I think, to have this. But what I want to talk more is about SMarTsol and the distribution that you have. Because here's the thing, what happens when somebody, because in Mexico we saw that, when somebody's trying to escalate the solution that they have, because they're having, I don't know, different industry running right now. You can have automotive today, and probably for the next year, you're going to have aerospace or defense, or for the next year, you're going to have high tech electronics. I don't know. So it's important to understand how faster or how easy gonna be for you as distributor to escalate the solutions. So how are you in terms of the SMarTsol and distributor being binational one, I guess, in Mexico, the US?
I could say SMarTsol works with top suppliers that
Yes.
are at the same. They have the flexibility and the high speed, and together with them, we have the experience because we have been on both sides of the coin, either with high volume or
Yes.
with high mix. So the goal for the SMarTsol will be to transfer the know-how from Mexico on the high mix into the US. So SMarTsol right now has offices in El Paso, Juárez, and in Dallas. So that is going to help us to be close to our
Mhm.
customer and help them to transfer the, as I said, the experience of the high volume into the plants in the US.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I would like to have right here Alan to talk more about El Paso, Texas, right? But this guy just go away. And yeah, however, the idea is to have the complete map or view in how you're gonna be working, having this synergy between Mexico and the US, right? So yeah, I think is very important because I'm gonna take from your comments, Marcos. You said in Mexico you had the opportunity and the experience to work with high volumes in terms of manufacturing, but now the US is growing up right there. You're trying to bring these best practices learned in Mexico and then bringing this expertise to the US. So is this something that you are preparing?
Yes, and not only that, we are also building the team as strong as we have it in Mexico. We also are starting building the team in US, meaning having the reps also close to the main sites as we are right now in Dallas.
Yep.
We're in Dallas, but we're very close to Austin, very close to San Antonio. Key points, Houston, that we are going to be pretty much real time, right? If there is any support or any kind of escalation from the customer that they need any kind of support, parts, spare parts, anything. We are the first point of contact is pretty much in this, within a couple hours.
Yeah.
So we are pretty close to them, and having the facilities in Juarez and El Paso for also for the distribution side, right? So we are gonna be. We already have this point of contact, right, for moving parts pretty fast.
Actually, I like this explanation because you're talking about the Golden Triangle. I
That's
read
right.
about it. Is Dallas, San Antonio, and you have Houston, right?
Yes.
And everything happening is right there with aerospace, automotive as well, Tesla. All the investment that they have, but as well in the part of electronics. So it's important that you have your offices right there to bring better support. And what happened when you have I don't know, for example, Hispanic people right there talking or being more comfortable talking or having the support in Spanish, right? Or people trying to get the normal support as well in English, you're able to do that. So I think that is very important because you are tropicalizing, if I can say that, or regionalizing the service, if I can say that as well. But yeah, trying to bring the added value in the support, isn't it?
I could say that the community in Texas is Hispanic community is very high.
Yes.
But having a partner like SMarTsol that is bilingual is going to help because a lot of people speak English and Spanish, but it's easier sometimes to speak in your native language.
Yes.
So one of the things I would like to emphasize is having the principals we have. They have the experience and the capability to run high volume and high mix. So for us, we will be just like the link between what we do in Mexico and transfer that to what we do in the US. And the good thing is we can do that in English or Spanish, which is what you were
Amazing.
mentioning.
Amazing. And just for to close, amigo, uh, we had this conversation before to record everything. You said proactive decisions. Be ready for the change eventually when the high volumes arrives. So, are you ready for that? What do you think? What's next for Texas, for the Golden Triangle, for the support, the next gen of the SMarTsol? What do you think?
I think we are ready. We will have an office in Dallas, which is a strategic position.
Yeah.
We will have a showroom with most of the latest technology equipment, and I think that is going to help. We will be able to demonstrate the capabilities of the different vendors, and I think right now the mindset is changing from reactive to predictive. So the
Yes.
tools we have are going to help us to achieve that point. And again, AI Industry 4.0 is going to be a key player because everybody's looking for continuous improvement.
You
So
bet.
the technology we have, the know-how we have, is going to help our customer in the US to go to the next level. So what we are doing in Mexico as high volume is going to be the baseline for the US. So that means they will achieve a higher point.
Amazing. What do you think, Fernando?
Yes, yeah, we're already providing support on some of the sites.
Yeah.
We're super ready for not only providing support on the with equipment, but also for the execution, right? So we're gonna have the ability to do training on this site in Dallas, so we can help the customers only if there is any challenge, right? And of course it is, right? New technology, right?
Yeah.
So we are ready, for providing us training to their engineers, their technicians, for PMs, for programming, and we're gonna have a couple pieces of equipment for actually hands-on training, right? So that's a good and key point for making SMarTsol strong in the area.
Excellent.
I could say that one of the main mentalities from SMarTsol is not to provide a machine or a tooling, but to provide a solution.
Exactly.
So that's what we're aiming for, and that's something we do in Mexico, in the US.
Amazing. I think is good mentality, amigo. It's the same thing. If you go to Guadalajara, Ciudad Juárez, Monterrey, Dallas, El Paso, all the people think the same, and they are coordinated to bring the best support, I guess, and the added value to the end user, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's correct.
that's the goal.
Amigo, thank you very much for your time. I really enjoyed that. And well, I hope this won't be the last time we get together to record. So let's see if we can do the part number 2. Okay?
For sure. We'll do.
Amigo, thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much.
God bless you.
Thank
God bless
you.
amigo. Thank you.
Bye.